why did Cube structure itself the way it did with all these complicated MPC vaults and guardians and da-da-da, and why didn't we just build a single exchange like everybody else? To start with, I think the thing that we really based our principle on was we wanted to separate the exchange from the custody and settlement layer. And this is kind of back to traditional finance in a sense, where you have your exchange, you have your clearinghouse, your prime brokerage, all the way down to DTCC, and ultimately every party there has a separate concern in the stack, right? We wanted to build the same thing where the exchange is almost a dumb venue just for matching, for transacting, for price discovery, right? But it should not be concerned about custody, settlement, and the actions thereafter. So for us, the natural place to go from there is you build the exchange, you build a separate custody layer, and that custody layer very naturally lends itself to using the blockchain as the underlying source of truth. And for that, instead of having a single account, the thing to do is to have the blockchain be the ledger of transactions, the ledger of history. And there, we naturally introduced the concept of MPC vaults. So instead of having the user sends funds to an omnibus account, the idea is the user generates their own MPC vault through distributed key generation. Then they hold their funds always in the MPC vault that they solely own, and everything else on top is just a layer of consensus to make sure that the actions that players on top of the settlement and custody layer do the right things, right? So that's where the guardians come in. That's where threshold signing comes in. That's where all the fancy cryptography comes in. But the core of it is that we want to separate the exchange from the operations of custody and settlement.